So that's actually where I'd like to take the conversation here is when you think about the hiring process, what advice would you give someone on how to hire the right sales reps?
Well, that takes us back to our past life together, where we spent time in the talent acquisition space. But I get a really close look at this now. Before it comes to hiring, especially in sales, I really want the business owner and this leadership team to have like really good understanding and clarity of their strategy and process. When those two pieces are sound, are solid, are defined, the structure becomes a bit more clear, right? So if these are the steps and this is the prospect and the stakeholders that I'm pursuing, like where do I need people and where do I need competency and expertise? Do I need people or a person on the front end of my funnel doing a lot of outbound? How much tenure, seniority, or expertise do they need to be able to connect with the stakeholder and engage that audience? Is it a junior person? Is it a more senior person? Do I need someone that can run a really effective discovery? Do I need someone that is able to build and construct a custom proposal? Do I need someone that is able to present and close that proposal? Like what are the competencies that we really need? And so getting the strategy and process first becomes a really important step. And then what I want and what I often don't see is just a really detailed success profile. What's the job mission? Like, what is it that this individual is meant to do? What does performance actually look like? What are those performance goals and expectations? What does the ramp schedule look like? And that's something that's so uncommon in sales. And boy, I think that's one of the most important things. It's like, I hired a seller. This is what I often see. I hired a seller. I think they can do X in year one. I'm going to divide that by 12 months and ready, set, go. And all of a sudden, we're 6 months in with this new salesperson. Clearly, they're not on track to meet this goal because we haven't set up an appropriate ramp schedule. And now both sides are increasing pressure and stress, and we're just falling way behind. And so what I want is I want a really thoughtful ramp schedule that takes us into the first couple of years. And I want to have a development plan to be able to onboard that person appropriately. And I also want a compensation model that incentivizes the right behaviors. So I know I'm asking for a lot of things, right? If I were to simplify it down, I would say, just get me a really, really clear success profile and let's go find that person.
That's good. Because, yeah, I mean, how often do you see that the job description that someone floats versus the actual work that's being done are two completely different sides of the coin?
Right.
Yeah. And most of, again, just simplify it, most of the companies that I see, they just don't have clarity of what the performance goals and expectations are. And they're not communicating, and it's not part of their interview process. There's such a difference between, getting to your revenue goal by winning, X clients versus, 3X clients or 10X clients. Like the volume of it and the average deal size, it's a different sell. The complexity of sell versus a more simple sell or whatever. There's a lot of things that go into it. I just want the clarity, and the performance goals and expectations really help dictate and determine what type of person is going to fit.